4-day showing of the Pacific Coast Sprint Car Nationals at Ascot. It's a Friday night event. Qualifying began on Wednesday. Now we have 26 cars ready to go for 50 laps. Being paced around by the Toyota Super Silica pace car as the field gathers in behind. The pole position goes to a California driver, car number 77, Eddie Worth from Hermosa Beach. Alongside is the 5-time World of Outlaw champion from Bloomington, Indiana, Steve Kinzer. The second row is Bubby Jones and Wayne Bennett. The third row is Mike Sweeney and Jim Laurie the fourth. In the fourth row, Dean Thompson and Leland McSpadden. Thompson, one of two men in the race tonight that has won this 3 times. In row number 5, Brad Knopfsinger and Dave Bradway Jr. The sixth row is Rip Williams and Bob Mealy. In row number 7, Jimmy Oskey from Downey, California, and Roger Newell from Torrance. Row number 8, John Redican from Sepulveda and Chuck Gurney from Livermore. The ninth row is Sheldon Kinzer from Bloomington, Indiana, and Brent Kading from Campbell, California. Row number 10 from Memphis, Tennessee is Rick Unger. And car number 5, Bob East from Lawndale. In row number 11, 4N is Jack Hodenschild from Millersburg, Ohio. Alongside him is Brad Doty in car 75A from Wooster, Ohio. In the 12th row, car 21X from Mesa, Arizona, Ron Schumann, the other man that has won this 3 times, but he'll have his work cut out for him to come from the back of the pack. Alongside is 391 Daryl Swinert from Phoenix, Arizona. The back row, car number 23 from Upland, California, Walt Kennedy. And alongside, car number 98A, Jack Hewitt from Troy, Ohio. 13 rows of 2, 26 cars. It's set for 50 laps, and there is $10,000 to the winner, $5,000 to second place, and so on down the payoff goes to everybody in the race. Set to go racing as they come around the track this time with the pace car out in front. Gonna have to get the pace car out of the way as Roger McCluskey brings the Toyota around. This time will be the opportunity for the fans in the stands to rise and wave to the drivers as they get out of turn number 4. One pass they will make before they get set for 50 laps. The Toyota Pacific Coast Sprint Car Nationals. The Ascot fans will rise to their feet and wave their hats programs to the drivers. The drivers wave with their right hand as they come slowly down the front straightaway. They love to see a huge crowd of fans out there waving. Gets them all ready to go for 50 laps and a lot of money at stake. The most prestigious race on the West Coast for the sprint car circuit, with $10,000 purse prize going to the winner. Over $65,000 has been paid out or will be paid out after tonight for this total weekend of running for the Pacific Coast National event. The season for sprint cars coming quickly to a close at Ascot. 3 more events after this one to close the racing season for 1984. Ready to start as they come up into turn number 3. It's up to Eddie Worth and Steve Kinzer as they come out of turn number 4 to bring them down to the green. They do, and we are ready to go for the Pacific Coast Sprint Car Nationals. Steve Kinzer right around the outside, the early leader to very few people's surprise. Kinzer, 5-time World of Outlaw champion, adapts quickly to any racetrack. Eddie Worth is not going to give ground. Eddie Worth takes the lead away from Kinzer. Eddie Worth takes the lead away from Steve Kinzer on the beginning of lap number 2. Kinzer is back to second position now. 50 laps, a long, hard race to go. Coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, Wayne Bennett is running in 3rd spot, and Bubby Jones is 4th. Mike Sweeney is up to 5th spot, followed by Jim Laurie the 4th. The early leader is Eddie Worth in car number 77. Out of turn 4 down the front straightaway with Kinzer in 2nd spot, still followed by Bennett, Jones, and Sweeney. Jim Laurie the 4th, and Leland McSpadden. Car in trouble down in the turn, hangs on to it. We've got him coming together. We bounce a car into the fence. as cars got together in the turn, and it looks like car number 37 of Rip Williams. Williams simply left with no place to go as we saw a car get out of control going into turn number 2. It was not Williams. Another car almost lost it down low on the racetrack, and as the car got crossed up, they were 3 wide coming out at 2, and Williams, with absolutely no place to go, bounced his car off the fence. He is still in the car and is hoping to be pushed back into the race. We'll wait for an assessment for damage to the car. Meantime, we have a car pulling in on the front straightaway. That's car number 4N of Jack Hodenschild as he brings his car in for some repair work to it. We'll wait and see what's wrong with that car. And we have another car that's sideways up in turn number 4, getting out of shape apparently, while the incident was taking place down in turn number 2. Got a look at Hodenschild's car now down on the X. The X is marked off in the infield, a place for the drivers to pull to the inside of the racetrack. As we can see, there's a spare tire down there waiting for a change. Now the activity back over on the inside of turn number 2 as they are pushing car number 37 of Rip Williams, trying to get it into position to be repushed by a push truck back onto the racetrack, it would appear. So perhaps he will be able to rejoin the race. Still pushing another car off the racetrack up in turn number 4. The leader continues to be Eddie Worth down the front straightaway. The car being pushed in turn number 4 is 98A Jack Hewitt of Troy, Ohio. Another push truck getting behind that car. But it looks like he's out of the car. They're simply going to get the car away from the racetrack as it's all over for Jack Hewitt, who started in 26th position at the back of the race and ended his event early. Catching up down the front straightaway is car number 37, Rip Williams. He will restart the event, but he'll have to come from the back of the pack. He had an early start on the inside of row number 6, but now he'll have to charge from the back and see if he can make up some of that distance. Eddie Worth continues to lead the race. In second spot is Steve Kinzer, who led on the first lap till Eddie Worth took it away from him. Third spot belongs to Wayne Bennett. Running in fourth is Bubby Jones. He's followed by Mike Sweeney, Jim Laurie IV, and Leland McSpadden. Following McSpadden is Dave Bradway Jr. And then comes Dean Thompson. And we get a report from the infield that the car that pulled in, Jack Hodenschild, that the drivetrain has locked up on the car and it will not move. So he also apparently will be out of the event for the rest of the night. The yellow warning lights are off. We are set to start racing again as they will come out of turn number 4, and Eddie Worth will bring them up to racing speed. Worth brings them out of 4, and there is no green flag. Going to take them around again as they were not lined up properly when they came out of the turn. And the flagman said, we'll go one more lap and get everybody calmed down before they come out. Steve Vodden, the official starter. His assistant, Brian Howard, in the flag stand. And they're waving the yellow at the drivers as they want them to go one more time and then bring them out of turn number 4, single file. Nice and easy. Another car leaving the racetrack, and that is the man that was in third spot, car number 7, Wayne Bennett. Started from the outside of row number 2 and was holding on to third spot. He pulls up into the infield work area and is talking to his crew. He's still in the car. It looks like he's going to get out, and it's all over for Wayne Bennett apparently, and he's not a happy man. Problems with his car, and he dejectedly climbs out of it and walks into the infield unhappy as his mount left him early in the race. Again, look